Welcome for another round of Power Up Your Instruction. For those who are new in this channel, please hit subscribe. Please subscribe for the latest instructional tips and inspirational journey of a global teacher, and thank you. This channel has the platform to showcase Filipino teachers around the world who make a big difference. Our global teachers elevated students' lives, strengthened communities, and inspired students to achieve their dreams. In this episode 6, we will try to put the spotlight on one teacher who shared his journey as a global teacher. Our teacher on the spotlight to share his journey is Marvin Cadornigara. His passion, service, inspiration, and faith define him as a global teacher in the largest school system in the United States, the New York City Public School. Before we hear from him, I am encouraging everybody to please comment below and share your experiences when it comes to your journey as a global teacher. Message me if you want to share your story as a Filipino global teacher. Don't forget to like and hit and subscribe. Now, let's watch Marvin's journey as a global teacher.
Greetings from the Big Apple to all the educators across the globe who are constantly in the classroom, literally and figuratively, in normal mode or in quarantine mode. My name is Marvin Cadornigara and I am a New York City public school teacher. I am currently teaching living environment to the 9th and 10th grade ENL students of the Bronx International High School in the South Bronx. I came to New York City in September 2004. My first 3 years were spent as baptism of fire at the Renaissance Middle School in Queens, the school where I shared the most challenging school years in my life with 11 other international teachers from the Philippines. Then I moved to Robert F. Kennedy Middle School in Flushing and transferred to Manhattan the following school year. I had the honor to teach at the city's most sought-after middle school of the city's only K-12 school, the new explorations into science, technology, and math. And after a few glorious years at Nest plus M, I transferred to High School for Health Professions and Human Services, also in Manhattan. But after a year, I transferred to the Bronx International High School. In a nutshell, this is my amazing journey as a global educator. Coming to New York City was a dream come true for me, albeit a dream that sprung up only 16 years ago. In fact, it sprung up out of desperation. From where I was 16 years ago, there were no other places to go. And just like any other dream, it doesn't last. It snaps, it ends, it is always overcome by reality. My own American dream shattered the very moment I entered the classroom. Shocked and dismayed at the reality of my dream, I wanted to return to my home country. Tired, exhausted, frustrated, dismayed, offended, tormented, but nevertheless hopeful. 16 years ago, I was a naive teacher who only had one dream: to be a blessing to my students. The desire to become a blessing actually allowed me to break the culture barriers while managing my class. I needed support from my supervisors and colleagues who would come to my rescue during my first years of teaching. I was advised to be tough with my students and learn how to yell to prove them that I am tough. Many times I was told not to show kindness because kindness is perceived as weakness. Yet for me, I still love to teach with kindness. With a daily renewal of perspective, I taught myself to love my students and count them as gifts and blessings from above. Only then that I had enjoyed the hurdles of each day. Anywhere you are in the world, teaching is a reflective endeavor. As teachers, We fail a lot of times, and most of the time, we fail a big time. But we have the resolve in our hearts and minds that at the end of every school day, we become a better version of ourselves. We learn, we modify, we innovate, and we share as we continue to serve our adopted country, our students, and our God who blesses us with a joy to serve Him through teaching. As teachers, we all have a common mind and an analogous heart to serve. We may run out of energy, but we never run out of our passion to teach. We may get tired and infirmed, but we always give our commitment to service top priority over our personal gains. We may get discouraged, but we draw our inspiration from the powerful ways that we can touch the lives of students under our care. Most of all, we prevail, we persevere, we overcome because we have faith in our God whose faithfulness never fails. Happy teaching, mga Pilipinong guro!